my interpretation of the perfect Christmas Day lunch.
The sprouts, we're just going to add them to our salted boiling water. So the sprouts now have been blanching for 3 minutes. They're nice and cooked. I'm just going to leave them to drain off while we get our cream on the stove, and we want to reduce double cream by half. Our Brussels sprouts, which we blanched in salted water, we've drained them off. We're going to add that to our reduced cream now. So all in. I'm just going to stir that. We can just keep them on the edge of the stove now until we're ready to plate up.
All it is good quality streaky bacon, dry cured, and a good chipolata. Basically, you just roll it. I see people buying these in the supermarkets now. I really can't understand why. The time it takes. It's great value, red cabbage. You get so much from it. The grated apple, leave the skin on. It's going to cook for so long anyway. The skin will just break down. The apple goes in there. Fresh apple juice. In the pan goes equal amounts of vinegar and sugar. Cinnamon stick and some red currant jelly. And it looks like a lot of vinegar, but trust me, it really isn't. And you just counteract the vinegar with the sugar. So if you do put too much vinegar in, add some more sugar. If you put too much sugar in, add some vinegar. You see how it's gone all cooked out now and thick? Take the potato in half and just pull your knife round, making a barrel shape.
So with the water for the potatoes, it's important that you use lots of salt, almost a seawater taste, to get that saltiness into the potato. And we want to cook the potatoes 90%, so the outsides start ruffling slightly, and what that does is create a bigger surface area for the potatoes when we roast them in the duck fat. They've just started to break up on the edges. What we're going to use is just roll them in a colander to get that ruffled texture. Just going to add some thyme and then get it in the oven.
So we're going to make some cranberry sauce now. It really is ridiculously easy and it's so much nicer. Sugar in a pan. They are really, really, really bitter, so you'll be amazed how much sugar you actually need. Add the cranberries. And then add some cranberry juice. See the skins are cracking already? And for me now that's ready. You obviously get milk, studded onion. The flavour this adds is really incredible. Nutmeg. Just going to infuse this, bring it almost to the boil, and just bring it off and let it rest. Cut the florets off. I don't know how many times you've had cauliflower cheese. When you got to the bottom of the dish, it's just all water and wet. So it's got a lot of gaps and grooves and nooks and crannies, and all of that holds water, which is why I say let it steam dry. I'm just going to use an amount of butter with an equal amount of flour. Whatever you do not use self-raising flour. You end up with a souffle. going to mix in some cheddar. I use strong cheddar. And then some cheese.
Yeah.
Bit of cheese to finish.
But we're going to put it in the oven basically to gratinate, so the cheese is going to melt and go all bubbly, just like cheese on toast.
So I'm going to remove the shallots with the clove and the bay leaf and white bread, which is, it's got to be fresh. Don't think you can use old rubbish bread, you've got to use nice, fresh, decent bread. And just add a bit at a time. If it stops breaking down, add a bit more heat, i.e. put it on the stove for a minute. Everyone thinks it should be this really thick, dense thing, but it is actually a sauce, so it should be treated as such. So that will be enough bread there. If you need to do it, give it a quick whisk. This is an English vegetable, season unknown, a bit like a horseradish in appearance, but not in flavour. I'm going to take the tops off, put them into the size pieces I want. Put it in water, so some salt, and lemon just stops them going brown. And boil them until they go soft, and later I'm going to fry them off in more butter and just add it in with the potatoes now. So I've got golden and conventional. Well, these are baby carrots we're going to use. Put them in a pan, equal amounts of water and orange juice. Some more sugar and some salt and butter, a very good indulgent lump of butter, and a little bit of thyme. So there you have it. For me, the perfect Christmas Day turkey roast. Stuffed leg, roasted crown, creamed sprouts, homemade cranberry sauce, goose fat cooked potatoes, buttery carrots, salsify, red cabbage, mature cheddar cheese, cauliflower cheese, pigs in blankets, and red sauce. And not forgetting the gravy. Thank you very much from South Lodge and myself and Stephen, and Merry Christmas to you all. I'll be expecting to see your pictures on Twitter.